The school year is starting soon, which is annoying, but I wanted to share with you how I keep an art journal while I'm at school. I decided to go to a local Japanese stationery store in my town called Mijello to pick up a dock-ridden notebook and a few other things. So because I'm a full-time student that's not an art major, it gets pretty difficult to find time to draw or paint every day, even though I really want to. And I'm sure a lot of you have had similar experiences, since one of the questions I get asked the most is how I balance school life with art life. I'm excited to be partnering up with Skillshare to show you all a fun and therapeutic way to squeeze art into your hectic work life. I was particularly inspired by a really nice class on Skillshare taught by Amanda Lee called Ultimate Guide to Creative Planning and Journaling. I liked how she showed the versatility of bullet journaling, and I decided to sort of fuse an art journal with a bullet journal. I took inspiration from the spreads Amanda Lee showed in her class and changed and added a few things to make it suit what I wanted out of the journal. I picked up this really gorgeous dot grid notebook from Midori, and I'm really excited to show you all 5 different ways that I like to add art into my daily life. All of these spreads are designed to sort of allow you to add small inputs of art into your life without getting too overwhelmed. It's also a great way to keep a record of your memories and special moments that you experience daily. Memories are so fleeting, so this is a fun way to keep a hold of them. The first thing I wanted to do was to create a cover for the art journal. Because I'm incorporating things like time, like months and days, I wanted to include a yearly spread too. I tried to not overthink the cover because it's really only there for me to know when I started the notebook. So to kick it off, I sketched a small rectangle with a ruler and pencil, and with some washi tape that I got from Daiso, I taped the rectangle off. From there, you can doodle, draw, fill up the page, or do whatever you want to fill the spaces outside of the rectangle. I decided to take my gouache since I've been having a lot of fun with it recently, and I painted some shapes and lines around the tape. I chose a lot of colors because I wanted it to really motivate me to not just use pencil and pen in this journal, and I wanted every day to be involved with color. Later, inside of this rectangle, I'm going to add information like the year and the specific date that I started the art journal. I also included the location of where I was when it all began. While I'm doing this, I wanted to talk about Skillshare. Obviously, I never promote anything to you all if I don't like it, but I genuinely enjoy using Skillshare. It's a really great platform for those who are artists or anyone in the creative field, whether it's fine art, graphic design, illustration, and so much more like business and technology. You can find thousands of super high quality classes taught by professionals that are pretty different from YouTube, and there are so many art and design classes that have been inspiring the heck out of me recently, so I really recommend checking it out at least. If you're still a little hesitant, then you can click the link in the description box so that you can get 2 months of Skillshare for free, but this is only available to the first 500 people to do this, so you might want to hurry and go get a spot before they're gone. I guarantee that you can learn so much from just 1 week of using Skillshare, so imagine what 2 months could give you. Otherwise, it's only $10 a month, and let me tell you, compared to the tuition that I have to pay for my classes at college, this is a good price. If you want to improve your skills as an artist or learn from experts in fields you're interested in, definitely check them out. Again, the link will be in the description box. Moving on to the yearly spread. I go to school in a different state, so I wanted to pick a picture that would remind me of home. I ended up choosing a picture of a cloudy sunset that I took a few years ago and taped that onto the left side of the spread. Then I'm going to go in and pencil in a few guidelines for the yearly spread that I'm going to do. This part is really therapeutic and it's fun to see everything come together. I'm just writing out the numbers and days of the week, then I'm going to go in with some colored pencils and label the months with different colors. I like this sort of messy handwritten crayon look, so the colored pencils were a really clean way to do this. I'll go in later and color in some important dates within the year that I want to remember and make a small key for it while I'm at it. Next is the monthly spread. This is a spread that I think will be helpful and fun for those who don't really have time to draw every day. The idea is to basically add one small thumbnail doodle of a moment of the day that you want to remember. Whether it's like a big event that you went to, or maybe it's just how the sky looked that day, doing a small doodle of this every day in the end will come together as a whole month of memories. I'm going to fill all the days up until the day that I started the art journal, just so you can get an idea of what I mean, but obviously you would only do this one day at a time. I'm adding each doodle in with a pen and then coloring it in with colored pencil later. You can choose to add color or not. I think both looks good. This next spread is my favorite and definitely one that I want to keep continuing. First, I made a page of the month that I was in, which is July, and I made spaces for a list of songs and movies I enjoyed or saw that month. You can switch this up to any other kind of subject you want to record, but I thought it would be fun to do this once a month to keep track and remember what sort of music and movies I was into during that time of my life. Then I'm going to make a weekly spread. This is really simple. I just made 7 rectangles in a 3x3 rectangle composition and then left the 2 last rectangles out. The idea for this is basically to do a small thumbnail sketch once a day, filling in those rectangles. It doesn't have to be a full-out painting, it can just be a pencil sketch or pastels or whatever you want it to be. Just to reiterate, I'm really only just showing the bones of how you can go about doing these spreads, but you can change and adapt them to a way that you like. Anyways, like I mentioned before, I've been really into gouache lately, so I decided to do a small thumbnail gouache sketch for each day. I'm doing the whole week all at once just to show you all how it comes together, but you would only do this once a day within the week. Where I left space on the bottom right hand corner, I made a list of the dates within the week just so I can caption each drawing I did and what I wanted to remember or say about it. The specific subjects of the sketches I did were just places from my imagination, but you could paint or sketch something that was part of your day that week. That way you could have a weekly log of special moments that you don't want to forget. I mean, this could be anything from the food you ate to places you visited. It could be anything. Finally, we have a dream log. I've been having some really vivid dreams lately, and I didn't want to forget them. I chose to draw out the spread with these sort of bubbly cloud-like shapes because I didn't want to draw my dreams in like a square orthogonal box. I only remember fragments of my dreams in the past few days, and that's what I'm going to recreate into these blobs. On my next dream log spread, I'm going to fill in these shapes once every dream, but again, I'm going to fill them all up just to show you what it looks like in the end. I chose to use colored pencils for this since I could quickly draw a rough sketch of the dream before I forget it. Dreams are a type of memory that are so hard to hold on to, but when you draw them out or write it down, it can be a really valuable thing to look back on. Okay, so that's it. I had a lot of fun thinking about different ideas for this art journal, and I have so many more that I haven't shared in this video. If you would like a part 2 of this, then I'd be happy to do it if it's requested a lot. I hope this inspired you in some way to keep an art journal because I think they can be a really valuable way to fuse art and time together. I also just wanted to remind you to click the link in the description box to get those 2 months of Skillshare for free. And I'm even thinking of making my own class on Skillshare too, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and you can go watch more on my channel. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon.